welcome back to the Restaurant Show, and I have Herb Britton, the executive chef at Salty Dog. It's about to be crazy busy for you pretty soon, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, if the weather cooperates with us,
yes,
right?
and it will. It always happens for us. There's that bubble around us that everything is fine. Chef, you are now going to be opening up that patio. Like, it's really going to be starting to fill up pretty soon.
Yep, the springtime brings the people around.
Brings the people around, and of course these fresh catches. You have so many now to pick from, and so what are we going to talk about today as far as fresh catches at Salty Dog?
Well, today we're using mahi-mahi.
Okay.
With our fresh catch, you know, everybody that comes down here to our island, they want some seafood.
Yeah.
A lot of our most popular fish are like grouper,
Yes.
snapper, wahoo.
Yes.
But mahi's up there with grouper as far as the popularity of it.
Exactly. And what type is it? It's not flaky though.
Nope, it's not flaky. It's sort of a large flake opposed to like a flounder where it's a little more flaky like that. So it's more like a meaty fish.
Yes, a meaty. And people, you know, I think that lends itself to how you're going to prepare it.
Absolutely.
And so today we're going to do the island style. Is that correct? And these are different options. Tell me now, those are different options when you order your fresh catch.
Yep, you can get your fresh catch, and as almost like an upgrade or a little something more to it, you can get it island style.
Okay, I'm just kind of show this real quick. So this is about, how big of a fillet?
That's an 8-ounce.
That's a nice size.
Okay. Absolutely.
And how are we going to prepare that today?
Well, I've got some jerk seasoning. But what I'm going to do is I got the pan on. I'm going to add a little oil, olive oil, and a little butter. And the olive oil actually raises the smoking point.
Gotcha.
And the butter is just so you have a little bit of flavor with the butter.
And you guys, what that means is that oil isn't going to basically, the smoking point, it's not going to disappear on you.
Right, exactly. And you want to get a nice, hot pan when you start it off too.
Of course, because then that'll get that nice, especially with the seasoning on the outside.
Right.
Hot pan's always key.
Exactly. So I've got some jerk seasoning.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is get both sides of it.
So you're gonna really press it.
Yeah, it's almost like a dredge.
Yeah,
you're
not gonna go easy on the seasoning.
Right,
not
exactly.
just like a little bit.
You got to think some of it's going to be falling off and whatnot, but you want to have it a nice surface on it.
And you can really see all the different. You know, there's red pepper flakes, there's thyme, there's your peppers, your salts. There's all kinds of different seasonings, but it's not spicy.
Right, exactly. I think in jerk seasoning too, it's got a little bit of cinnamon and tones like that. So
it smells
definitely brings
so
it down
good.
a little.
Okay, so there we go. So that's going to be, and it looks like it's starting to sizzle.
Exactly. So what I like to do when I'm pan searing is I'm really only going to want to flip this fish once. I want to start it on one side, let it cook halfway through, and then flip it over and finish it on the other side.
Perfect.
So what I'll do is our presentation side will go down first.
Gotcha. And you hear that sizzle there going. Okay. So that's the seasoning. That's the cooking part of it. Now what are we going to do to really? I was going to say good topping that's going on.
Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a pineapple salsa that's going to go on top of this.
So I'm looking at this pineapple salsa. And to me, salsa is usually tomatoes, onion, jalapenos, cilantro, right? So this is going to be a different version.
Yep.
I love it.
Being that we're on an island, you got to be a little tropical.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes people get in the mood for this whole dish.
I love it, and I love the colors.
Yeah.
So what are we putting in this one then? Yeah, what are we putting?
So we've got some golden pineapple.
Love it, and easily accessible.
Exactly.
So that, you know, if you want to attempt to make something like this at home, or just to kind of change up what you're making, whether it's fish or pork chops or chicken, this kind of just adds a little touch to it.
Right. So I've got some pineapple, some green onions.
Love it. Look at how bright it is already. I love it.
Yeah, it really goes well together. We actually have this on our menu as our chicken dish that we do.
Yeah, that's
called our island burger.
I was going to say, I would love it.
It works great on pork chops, chicken, fish.
That crunch too. I love the red. I love that instead of the tomatoes.
Definitely, the colors in this is actually really cool to see.
You know, and as we're looking at, I know that you are, you're doing a little bit in the butter and oil cooking, which you have to do anyway. But all of this looks really, lots of flavors, but not a lot of calories or fat.
Right.
I love it. Love it.
It's got a little red onion.
Yeah, those are nice. And that also gives a little bit of a bite.
A little bit of bite, exactly.
Love it. And then, of course, cilantro, which I know people are hit or miss on cilantro. Some people love it, and some people just do not like cilantro at all. So that's even I would even be great with just that right now.
Right,
Right?
exactly,
I mean,
right.
so if those are some things, if there's some things that you don't like, you can always take them out because you were even saying earlier, like a mango would be great.
Right, exactly. Taking the pineapple out or just even adding it to it.
Adding it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've tried them with kiwi as well,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that really
would be
gives
good.
a neat flavor.
Yeah. And a different texture too.
Right.
To it because the kiwi's a little bit softer. Okay.
So we're gonna flip this mahi over.
Perfect, perfect. Oh, that's
See that nice
gorgeous.
crust on there?
Yeah, that is great. And the seasonings actually stayed on really well. Okay.
And this right here is soy sauce and ginger.
Perfect. Oh, great. So
And we're just
you're
gonna-
even going to get a little bit of Asian flair in there almost.
Yeah, it really
like
brings
that.
it all together.
Yeah, I like that. And it gives a little bit of a coating and really pulls it together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to do the fish. We're going to get that going. Can I grab that across? Because I know we're starting to run out of time. I always have-
Absolutely.
This is, now Chef and I were talking about this. This is broccolini.
Broccolini.
Okay, tell me broccolini.
Well, broccolini is actually a hybrid
Okay.
of broccoli and Chinese kale.
That's awesome. So it's different than regular broccoli. Obviously, it looks different, but you can eat all of it. 'Cause,
Yep,
you know,
it's got the stalks are nice and tender.
Yeah.
It gives a really good plate presentation, and it's
Looks
different
great.
from just your plain old
broccoli florets. Yeah,
florets, yep.
I totally agree. And then, of course, with a little lemon, which brightens it up. I love it.
And
All right.
one thing we have on this mahi is I have a rum butter, and
Oh,
this is
great.
Myers rum.
Oh, that's
Myers
perfect.
rum, a little jerk seasoning, and some honey.
Oh my!
So that finishes it off with that.
awesome. Yeah, I would also be asking for extra side of that too.
Right?
All right,
And
let's plate
let's
it.
go ahead.
Yeah.
And here are the au gratins.
Au gratin, love
We'll
it.
put those on
That looks
there.
good.
The I guess we could leave the broccoli there, huh? And here's our
Beautiful.
mahi.
Beautiful. And of course, finishing it off with that. Okay, so remember, they have lots of things going on, you guys, at the Salty Dog, opening up with their beautiful deck out there and the views. And of course, you've got a lot of events. You've got shamrock hunts, you've got Easter egg hunts, lots of things. And of course, the beautiful fresh catches of the day. So
That'd be
please
good.
check them out. Thank you so much, Herb.
Thank you so
Always
much.
a pleasure.
Really
we'll be
good
back.
seeing you.
Good to see you too. We'll be back in just a moment.